Sporting Journal Radio, presented by Onyx.
Hi, this is Sporting Journal Radio. I'm Brett Amundsen along with Dan Amundsen over there. We're on location at Lake of the Woods right now at Riverbend Resort. We can't be at Lake of the Woods and not have Joe Henry on the show with us. Joe, how you doing?
I'm doing excellent, thank you.
So I'm leaving here to go to Chicago, and you left Chicago to come to here.
I'll tell you something. My understanding is there's no calories in Chicago deep dish pizza. Lou Malnati's, baby, I'll tell you, it's pretty darn good.
Well, I'll have to look into some pizza while I'm down there, because I would rather just stay here, I'll be honest.
Yeah. No, I'll tell you though, I met a lot of great people. We just had the Chicagoland fishing show in Schaumburg, Illinois, which is a northwest suburb, and man, there's a lot of outdoors people. I was surprised at a few things. Number one, a lot of people go to Canada from that area, so I know if they go to Canada, they'll come to Lake of the Woods. We're getting more and more people to give it a shot, and it's been good. And then on top of it, man, there's a lot of people that love muskie fishing from that area. They are just muskie nuts. I just noticed a high percentage. So that all plays well for, obviously, the Northwest angle for the muskies, but it was a great show. I gave 3 seminars. 2 of them were spot hopping for walleyes, just talking about how to properly set up a milk run and just a different philosophy, and then what techniques to break apart the water quickly. And then the second one was Lake of the Woods 101, with really kind of a walleye emphasis, talking about ice fishing to spring fishing on the Rainy River to the big basin, and then going back into fall then. So people that heard of Lake of the Woods but don't know Lake of the Woods, it's interesting to them.
Well, Dan and I talked a little bit about how we were catching fish while we were up here, and the bite was a little off. It was cold. I mean, it wasn't above zero the entire time we were here, so it was a big cold front came through. But, I mean, we caught enough fish to eat. We put them in the pail. They cooked them up for us here.
There's a whole pile of fish on the bar right now.
Yeah, we're going to go eat some. And obviously, we're here listening to Greg Jones, who's sound checking out there right now. But you just came from another bar, or 2 bars out on the ice?
Yeah, so actually, I just came from the Igloo Bar, which is out of Zippel Bay Resort. And, the Igloo Bar, as you know, is, a few miles out on the lake. It's incredible. It's 1,000 square feet. It's got 2 big screen TVs, electric lights. It's got basically a full bar, partial hot menu, and you can actually fish in the bar. I mean, how many bartenders, have to have a fresh bucket of minnows behind the bar every single day? Right. Now, here's the kicker. Last week, they pulled 3 pike, 38, 38, and 42, I think. Yesterday, they got a pike that was over 40 out of the bar, just right now. And then the second bar, and we always talk about it, it's out of Cyrus Resort. It's called the Angry Walleye. And that actually appeared last year. And, a bar out on the ice, it's a novelty for most people. How cool. Let's go ice fishing. Let's stop for a cold one in the bar on the ice. People love it.
Absolutely. And I think that's neat that you can fish at the bar. I think that's pretty cool. And you're on a TV show, or you're going to be on a TV show? By the time this airs, you were probably on it?
Yeah, I would have been on it. But yeah, so the KSTP TV out of the Twin Cities, there's a show called Minnesota Live. My understanding is on 9 to 10, Monday to Friday. And they heard about the Igloo Bar. They saw, I think, some an article or something I wrote about it, and they said, you know what? We got to check this thing out. A bar on the ice in Minnesota. So I'm going to be live via Zoom, and yeah, it's going to be interesting. It'll be fun because there's a lot of people, believe it or not, that don't know about the Igloo Bar. So it'll be fun for them to kind of learn about it and such.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, people can come up here. I mean, obviously, there's always a chance. Like, I was kind of messaging somebody back and forth, like, how's fish? I'm like, well, it's a little tough right now, but we're catching fish. We're putting them in the pail.
Yep.
And what I told him is, I said, we always have a crack at a big one. Like, we have a legit chance at a big here. No matter how fishing is, there's always a chance of a big one swimming underneath us. And that, to me, is one of the great reasons to come up here.
Well, and I'll say this. You know what? Part of it's efficient. You're always going to put some fish in the bucket. You never know what you're going to catch. Secondly, like one guide said recently, we're catching a lot of small ones, but it's still better than anywhere else you ever fish for walleyes.
Well, that's it. You're going to get action. You're going to get You're going to get blips on your graph constantly. And you're going to get fish to eat, and you're going to have a chance at a big one.
And then, depends on what you're doing. Staying in a sleeper shack, that's got its own ambiances. If you come into shore, you get all the different bars and restaurants at the resorts. Now, that's part of the fun, too. It's part about having fun, making memories, and tell you what, it's prime time ice fishing on Lake of the Woods.
Well, if people want to learn more about it, what should they do?
You know what? Check out our website, and that is lakeofthewoodsmn.com.
Hear more at sportingjournalradio.com or wherever you get podcasts.
Come ice fish the famous waters of Minnesota's Lake of the Woods, the walleye capital of the world. Experience full-service resorts featuring heated fish houses, ice transportation, meal plans, and sleeper house options. From the northwest angle to the south shore, Rainy River and Baudette, the Midwest's #1 ice fishing destination. Walleye, sauger, perch, and northern pike. Minnesota's Lake of the Woods, best fishing anywhere. For more information, log on to lakeofthewoodsmn.com.